Hey there, Huskies! In case you didn't already know, I'm Shreya.
And I'm Dwayne, and Husky TV starts now.
So it's been a while, guys.
With all that stress from last semester, we haven't been able to do a show for a while.
We know you missed us, and we are so sorry we made you wait.
So in this episode, we have some footage recapping some things you might have missed.
First up, our FNSS basketball tournament. On January 12th, our team hosted the North Peace Secondary School players from Fort St. John.
Our amazing team also played games against some of our talented staff members.
Yeah, awesome job to all you guys. I could never do that stuff. That's why I do this. It's a lot less exercise.
It was a great time.
And going to watch the game last block was a nice break from the end of semester 1. Make sure to wish our players good luck as they head off to Fort Simpson today for a tournament there.
Awesome. Now there's a question that's been on everyone's minds for a while now.
Is water wet? Well, obviously it's not, but let's do a debatable anyways.
Alright, this is a long one. Brace yourselves. There's been this one debate that's been going around recently, quite widely in the world, and especially in our school. It's about water. You know what I'm about to say. Is water wet? It's debatable.
Oh, we're on?
Water. It's wet. Duh.
No, it's not. Water is not wet. Like, no. It's no. Okay, well, the definition of wet is covered or saturated with water or another liquid. So the water is technically not wet, but what it is touching does become wet. Like, say you have a water bottle, and the water in the water bottle isn't wet, but the plastic is wet. Yeah.
Okay, so the definition of wet is covered or saturated in water or another liquid?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the definition of water? See, I would define water as a molecule, right? H2O, 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen, right? And there's a bunch of them, like millions, billions, trillions, lots of little water molecules in here, right? Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay, now each one of those individual water molecules, like this guy right here, right in the middle, right? There's one down here, right? This guy right here, right? Before I pulled him out, before I pulled this water molecule out, he was right in the middle there. We agree on this point?
Yes.
Okay, well, if this water molecule right in the middle here, again, right in the middle here, was, what was it surrounded by?
Well, it's hydrogen and oxygen, so it's 2 gases, duh.
It was surrounded by other water molecules, which are, yes, were 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen, which in their regular room temperature state would be a gas, but because they're bonded, they turn into a liquid at room temperature. Water.
Okay, well, in a second. Can I see the mic, please? Thank you. Okay. Put my finger in the water. My finger is now wet.
Okay.
But if I take the water bottle and pour more water into this, that water is now not wet. It's water.
I agree, it's water.
And it's not wet now because I added water to it. I'm adding water and it is not wet.
You're adding water and it is no longer wet?
No, it was never wet. But adding water to it does not make it wet.
No, because it was already wet to begin with.
No, it was not.
So it's not this water molecule in the middle here is not surrounded by other water molecules?
No, because scientists just don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, science is, okay. Okay, so I'll throw out science. Fair enough, let's continue. I think in theory, at least technically, water could be not wet. That would be one water molecule completely unsurrounded by other water molecules.
Hey, it's recording, mic works and everything?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying that, like, even if that one water molecule is alone, or when it's alone, it's not wet. But aren't you saying that it's the property of a water molecule to be wet? So you're contradicting yourself here.
No. Well, sorry, and I think you're making a very good point there, Thomas. I think the definition of wet is that most water, the vast majority, so when I say water, I'm saying the vast majority of the water in here is wet.
The glass is wet, but is the water wet?
Yeah, absolutely. All the water that is touching other water molecules, surrounded by other molecules, which is every water molecule in here is surrounded by billions of other water molecules. So every one of those is wet by the definition of being surrounded by other water.
No.
No, because if you think about it, because like wet, let's talk about the definition wet.
Okay.
The definition wet means covered or saturated with water. This is surrounded by water in that? No, because for many years we've always thought if you're submerged in water, are you really wet? No, you're just in water.
So your definition, which says submerge, you're saying is not actually true. No, that if you were submerged in water, you wouldn't be wet, even though the definition of water that you just gave is submerged in water.
No,
Water,
How do you put
it can
water
be
on a
removed.
water on a water on a water on a water? Like water can't be on the surface of a water.
Why can't it be?
Because that's just one big water. So how is it like a bunch of little mini surfaces on waters on surfaces?
But it's not one big water. It's, to the naked eye, it looks like a single entity, but really it's trillions of molecules.
At the end of this debate, both opponents actually ended up switching sides. Mr. Nelson is just actually really good at debating and didn't even think that water was wet. And Malia got mad at us and said that water is wet. If you want to see Mr. Nelson's explanation to why water isn't wet, head over to our YouTube channel and it is posted there. Thank you all for watching. I think this topic is going to remain debatable.
So Mr. Nelson's explanation will be posted later today. I forgot to do that. Oops.
So, the winner of the debate is still a bit uncertain.
So we'll just say the water is not wet because it's not.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Shareya. Now let's hand things over to Kadriana for the weather.
It's not wet.
One second. I don't know how to do this. Okay. It's okay. I'm good. Hey there, Huskies. It's me, Kadriana, and I'm here to bring you this weekend's weather. Oh yeah. Anyways, so this Saturday is going to be a minus 21. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then it's going to be a low minus 30. It's pretty cold, but like, anyways, Sunday warms up. It's minus 18 with a low of minus 28. And yeah, that's this weekend's weather. I hope you guys stay in where it's warm, or, you know, do something fun, you know, go sliding, whatever you kids do nowadays. But anyways, I have this shirt on. It says hang loose, but instead I'm gonna say hang in there, Huskies, because it's one chilly weekend. Anyways, see you next time on Husky TV.
Thanks, Kadriana.
January 18th to 20th, Madagascar Jr. was shown at the Phoenix Theater, and it was amazing. For those of you who didn't get to see it, here's a quick look.
Hey Huskies, it's Dwayne here, 2 hours before we go live with Madagascar Musical Adventure Jr. And I'm here to vlog what happens backstage in a production. As you see, we start off in the Central Park Zoo. We also go, as you know, if you watched the movie, through Madagascar and other parts. Penguins go to Antarctica, and it's a fun show to do.
Hey guys, I'm backstage in Madagascar Jr., bringing you the inside scoop from the stage crew.
Now I bet you all were hoping that we forgot our favorite segment.
We did it. Sorry to disappoint. Here is
Meme of the Week.
Ha, that was a good one.
I love ARM. Now for some announcements. Next week on Wednesday, February 7th, report cards will be distributed. Make sure to pick yours up. Here's to hoping you guys get some at least decent marks.
Monday, February 12th is Family Day, so there will be no school on that day.
Also, Meme Day is coming up on February 23rd. Make sure you take your part in dressing up as your favorite wholesome meme. Sure, they're not as funny, but let's keep things PG.
Well, that's all for today, folks.
Have a fun and safe weekend. We wish you guys good luck for semester 2.
This has been Husky TV.
Water's not